When you downsize and have been used to a closet like you see here, it's hard to adjust to a closet like this. But there are options. Thanks to the Tallgrass Creek Woodshop Club, shelving can be adjusted and added to better meet your needs.
You got the level up there, or is it down here somewhere?
What's your other size so you get your inches?
That's measured in from this end.
Okay.
That's close.
Now that the closets are finished, what about those kitchen cabinets? Pullouts sure can help.
There you go.
Wonderful.
You guys are awesome.
Our favorite drawer, the last one.
Rich McCartney tells us more about the woodshop.
Currently we have about 22 members of the woodshop. There's probably 7 or 8 of us that are active. As long as you're at Tallgrass, you're still a member. So we have some members that have joined, in 10, 15, 10, well, the place is only 13 years old, but, in the beginning, and are not very active anymore situation. So there's 7 or 8 of us that are still active. The initial fee it still is $100 to join the club, and we do not have any dues past that point. Yeah. We get, when we work for a particular resident, the resident pays for the actual material cost of the materials, and then they, if they feel like they give what they can, a donation to the club. And the donations are what we've been used to maintain the shop, buy new equipment, and so on. So we've been doing fine that way. We haven't had to charge the members additional dues,
Good.
That type of thing. So like I said, there's 7 or 8 of us now that are active in the shop, and probably 4 or 5 of us that do a lot of the projects out in residence apartments. We do a pull-out shelf that is, basically it comes out completely out. There's the sliders that go the full distance, so that shelf comes completely out, and you can see everything that you have in those small narrow cupboards, which is a great help. We've also done some under sink area, under counter shelves that are on the bottom, so that people can pull those out.
Now, talk to me about some of the closet modifications.
The closets typically, as everyone knows, that when you move in, you have 1 closet bar and 1 shelf. In all your closets, and what we typically do is we'll take that shelf, and everybody, very few people have long hanging garments anymore, so we take that shelf out, shelf and hanger bar out, move it down, and put a new one, add another one up above it, and then we can also add 1 more or 2 more shelves above that for just long-term, dead storage, type thing, where you put your Christmas decorations and so on. So we've done that. We've done some parts of closets where we put a whole rack of shelves in, situation, 1 section, like shoe shelves or that kind of thing. So we do those kind of modifications in the apartments. The other typically things that we do for residents in apartments would be for single ladies and some couples that aren't that handy. We've done a lot of picture hanging, hanging up all the pictures and things they want on the walls, that type of thing. Is the thing we do a lot of, and we do most of it down here and then take it back up, is assembling like IKEA furniture.
Oh, okay.
For everything that comes in a box, and they say, okay, now what do I do with it? So we do a lot of assembling of those kind of things for people. We do minor furniture repair. If something got damaged or minor damage, just needs some re-gluing in moving here, we fix a lot of that. We do not do refinishing because we won't strip. We do make some specialized cabinets, specialized things. We've made a lot of shelving and carts for the library. We made a special set of shelves for their paperback section, which are narrow shelves and closer together. So they can get a lot of their paperbacks, in one area. We've done a lot of that. We do projects for Tallgrass, a lot of repair things for different employees, for their offices here and so on. So we do a lot of that too. Last year, not skipping 2020, in 2019 we did about 750 hours of community service projects for residents and Tallgrass and so on. This year, obviously, it was a lot less. Or last year, the 2000 year was a lot less due to the fact that we were shut down for almost 7 or 8 months. And everybody was, situation. So it was a lot less last year. Just that we're always looking for new members, additional members. Like I said, there's 22 on the roster, but there's only 7 or 8 of us that are still active. Situation in here. So we're always interested in new members.
Do you teach the new members, or do they have to have their own skills?
No, they can. We've shown, or at least most of the guys that come in have had in our era when we grew up, every house had a shop. I mean, it was just back when back in that era, and the people that grew up in the 40s and 50s and 60s did a lot of things for themselves. They weren't in the computer age situation, so a lot of them have some basic skills. But if they want to learn something more, we're glad to help out and get them started and make sure they understand the different tools, the safety of the different tools, situation.
That's great. Here are some of the Woodshop members if you want to know more.